You're welcome back from the break. You're still on the program Africa Today right here on NBC, your number one African TV station. We're just about to wrap up stuff, but we have two more stories we need to talk about. But remember, you can watch this program on all your mobile devices around the world. Just go to NBCLiveTV.com. Nigeria. Yeah, Funsho said, Well, Funsho, okay. The U.S. Commission International Religious Freedom, sounds so long, has called for Nigeria to be labeled a country of particular concern. In a statement, it said Nigeria deserved that designation, given its failure to hold accountable perpetrators of religiously related violence.
Values.
Violence.
Oh, violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's saying that she's calling for Nigeria to be called, to be labeled a country of particular concern. Is it in the right direction? I mean, for the past few years, we've had things with, with Boko Haram here and there, but with this direction that she's calling for the label on Nigeria,
see, for me,
will it help
it's
Nigeria?
Unnecessary. No, it's not going to help at all. It's going to just put undue pressure
on Nigeria,
on the government. But the government is not going to be bothered about that, really, even if it is coming from World Bank or WHO or all of those stuff. They're not going to be bothered about that. And it's not going to make any difference. But what the individual is saying or what the group is saying makes sense. Because, I mean, the government is there, a group of people in the country are just bombing another group of, because they are not in the same religion. It doesn't make sense. But the government is not handicapped. I can refer to what we said in the last episode. Just during this last 1 week, in the northeastern part of Nigeria, the JTF, the JTF is the Joint Task Force, the government troop. They nearly erase a particular city, big time place, out of the face of Nigerian map. And why? Because these same Boko Haram people, they have info. The government had info that they were going to attack a village and they were going to bomb and the usual stuff. And these people had, and they came in and they demolished the whole place. So they have the capacity to do that. But you see, when you do that, the innocent, no matter who is doing it, the innocent will suffer. So there is actually no reason to do that. But then when they continue to bomb, these people will have the right to say what they're saying, but it's not going to help us. It's going to put undue pressure on the people, on the government. Okay. And when the government says, I'm not really a weakling, I can take action, that's not the way.
All right. Godwin, she's saying that because the government is not doing anything against those behind all these attacks, it's sending out the wrong signals, and other people are also, and other groups also thinking it's okay for us to do that because one group or the other group did the same thing and got away with it.
Ultimately, I don't really, I'm not concerned about what the group has said or the commission has said. I'm concerned about the issue that we are talking about, which is, for me, violence of any kind is inappropriate.
Unacceptable.
And inappropriate, unacceptable, definitely. Now, it's also instructive for us to mention that this doesn't only happen in Nigeria. Actually, the report cited cases in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, where religious issues are, sort of, they follow some passionate kind of things. So basically, that's one of the things we need to talk about. So, but the point is that the fact that 12,000 people have been killed because of religious tensions and all that is, for me, unacceptable. And I think that is why government plays a crucial role in this kind of thing, because government has the power to be able to stop some of these issues. So, again, I'm not really concerned about what the group has said. I'm concerned about the lives that are being lost. So it's
how long is going to go on?
It's going to go on. So I think that something needs to be done. There are two things that usually lead to these things: religious tensions, ethnic tensions. These things actually cause a lot of problems.
And people are losing their lives.
Yeah. Well, why you say that is quite correct, because that is what people are pushing out there. But the truth is, it is all political.
Oh, sure.
You understand what I'm saying? It is simply political.
I
But you
agree,
see,
yeah.
if I were to be a politician and I want, in the olden days in Nigeria, they simply call them thugs. They
Okay.
use thugs. But now, if I were to be a Christian and I want to run for say a governorship seat or presidential, I simply use the people that will sympathize with me within my, for instance, in the southwest, they have the OPC. Those are the kinds of people I will use.
All right,
In the
Funsho.
east, they will use it. So these people that are using Boko Haram, they are Muslims, no question about it, but it is really not a religious thing.
It's a
It is
political issue.
basically political.
All right. So that's on the report. Now let's go over to entertainment where Omotola, I give it to her. She's paid her dues. Time 100. She's an icon now. And there's nothing stopping this beautiful lady. I believe what Omotola is doing right now is creating awareness for the whole world also to know that there's so much talent in Africa. You know, and I think it's just great. Funsho.
Yeah, I give it to her. The young lady who started as a teenager. One thing I want to say about Omotola is the fact that, and I guess she knows that she's a blessed person and she's very lucky. Very lucky because a lot of artists before her, during her time, and after
Did you make
her,
it this far?
yeah, it's not just making it, but it's also that they have been involved in so many horrible stories and all that, you know. But she's like clean through and through. No bad story. No accusation of these. And then it's not only that she's lucky within the industry. She's lucky to have a great husband who gives her all the support, who gives her all the, irrespective. Sometimes they carry rumor that something is kiniko and all that, but then the husband is the first person that will come out to say, no, don't say that. I know my wife. You know, because you see, if the home front is unstable for whatever reason, there's no way she can perform out there.
Right.
So she's blessed. She's a blessing not just to the Nollywood. I believe she's a blessing to younger generation, oncoming generation, and to Africa as a whole.
You can be famous and lead a clean life.
Yeah,
Godwin.
that's right. and
yeah.
live a clean life.
She broke the glass ceiling, basically.
She did.
She did that, and then of course a part of that, to be recognized at this level,
Yeah.
they attribute that to the influence you have.
Yeah.
And I think you talk about the issue of the youth and all that, and she has a lot of influence everywhere on the youth, and of course even in government circles. Among her peers, she does a fantastic job based on, again, all the reasons that Funsho gave. I respect her as a person, I respect her as an actress, I respect her as a businesswoman. And I think that she's done, and she's really, really earned where she is at this point.
All right.
too.
So that's congratulations to Omotola, and that does it for today. Funsho, your pick.
On today, well, my focus is still as ever on Boko Haram and the Nigerian situation.
Right.
Of course, when I say that, I also mean that in any part of the world, not just in Africa,
There should
where
be
similar
peace,
situations are going on. Because you see, usually you mention the report, mention Nigeria, mention Saudi Arabia, and all of these hotspots are not just religion but Islamic. You know, so it's really a world problem,
All
not
right.
just an African problem.
Godwin, you have a pick for this?
Yeah,
For this week?
Liberia.
Liberia. Mine is Hosni Mubarak, of course,
Oh.
being sent to the prison
it.
hospital again.
Well,
we
but
don't
maybe
know how
that
this
is
will
good
turn
for
out.
African tied leaders, you know, because I feel really, there was a time they brought him into the court on a sick bed.
Yeah.
That is to say that irrespective,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
when he was there, he was all powerful.
No one
But
is
look
above.
at you.
No one is above the law.
Exactly.
All right. So that does it for today. Thank you so much for watching the program. And remember, you can watch all the programs here on NBC. Just go to NBCLiveTV.com, and the program is every Saturday, 8:30 p.m. and a repeat broadcast on Mondays at 10:30 a.m. Thank you, Godwin. Thank you, Funsho. Until same time next week. Have a good one.